Hello. Good evening. By the fading light, let's take a little ride. Gently. I've just discovered that it's very pleasurable to ride about 3 miles an hour. Especially because I have this trailer here. Makes a lot of noise. Oh, hear the choir boys? Shout out to the choir boys outdoors. Right. About 3 miles an hour. We don't need the headlights. Lovely oak. Hello. Okie doke. Dead tree with a bell on it. Oh, we're getting there. It's looking a little dark down there. Handbrake. Better remember I put that on this time. Gosh, it is a bit dark, isn't it? Anyway, you get the idea. Cutting some more hemlock. That's a beech there. That was already there for a while. Mostly these hemlock. I left all my equipment down here. This kind of thing. 6, 5, 4, 3-inch diameter. Got some more over there. That one that's hung up. I could maybe use it if it hasn't been dead for too long, which it probably hasn't. Yeah, I might take that. Seems like the bark comes off easy enough off the older, well, off the dead ones. Yeah. Over here, here's the good stuff. Maybe I should take this back up there with a bit more light. There's a chainsaw. I'll leave that there. A little husky, whatchamacallit, you know, with the handle on the side there. Side handle, I guess they're called. So I got some cool stuff in my bag. Thought I might show it off. And yeah, the plan is to ratchet strap all these things, all these hemlock onto this trailer here. Yep, we're on a slope. How am I going to do this? Here we go. Just have a quick look what we've got. Chainsaw bar oil in a whatever, ketchup dispenser. Couple of first aid kits in there. Whoops. This one and this one. Yeah, that one's brand new, still in package. So I've got a few Band-Aids. Usually I carry this, well, I say usually. Today I've been carrying this water flask in there as well. I'll just put that on the four-wheeler there. That's a copper water flask with hydrogenated water. Maybe I should make a video about that. I've got a cool machine that does cool stuff. Now, there should be... Oh yeah, okay. The spanner, I put that in a different place because it's heavy. This is William Collins Rescue Survival Tool in a Cheesy Frost cutlery pouch. But this thing is awesome. You can hone with it. This is like 67 Rockwell or something like that. So that little hook bill there is fierce. One of the sharpest blades in my collection. And also extremely robust, you know what I mean? Whatever, I'm sure you could hammer that through a nail. No trouble. CPM 154, if I'm not mistaken. Correct. One of my favorite steels. Like the little Haute-Tenir Cicotte I'm carrying in my pocket. Yeah, been getting some use. Lovely knife. But we must move quickly because of the light. Also on my belt. Okay, in this pocket, I should have a mini Swiss Army knife, but I do not. I have the Arcadia with the triphasic grind. I've been de-knotting with this knife. Really excellent for chopping out the little knots. Now I've been using another knife for the big knots and the small ones, which I shall show. In my back pocket, I have this, which is a it's like a hoofing knife or something like that. Found it at the tack store, but it's an Eric Frost. Doubt we'll be able to pick up the mark much, but it is an Eric Frost with the big old sway back handle. So you hold it like, you know, it's like a Mokatogan basically, but with a tight curve, and that tight curve acts as a race knife. You know, what is known as a race knife has other names as well. So I can use this to mark my the length on the logs. Mark the length. Also have a tape measure in here that works in conjunction with this nicely. I'll show that. In the fading light, we're gonna get into the, okay, so we looked in there. In there is my smoke bag. Okay, first aid kits. Now, in the big pouch, we got hearing protection, because that electric chainsaw, the Husqvarna electric chainsaw, makes a fearsome noise. The Milwaukee, on the other hand, is very gentle, and I don't need hearing protection for that. Oh, baby, you're gonna have to put it down, keep you in suspense. This is a folding saw with an extremely thin, flexible blade, and it's very lightweight. So I keep that in there. In addition to, good for like very fine pruning. Not really necessary, but later I got this Bahco Laplander as well. You'll know about the Bahco Laplander. It's dark, so this is like a bag. You know, you open it up and it turns into a bigger bag. Foraging, what have you. This tape measure, yeah, so I can jam that into the cut in the bark that I made. And to make my measurements, 9 feet on these guys. Got some gloves in there, got some cordage. Klein Bahco. This is the best small, I'm telling you, by the way, everybody, this is the best small adjustable spanner or monkey wrench or whatever you want to call it on the market. Look how wide that opens up. Look at that, right? And the heat treatment, Bahco Sweden. Put a big old freaking branch on that or whatever. You know, a pipe, obviously, if you have one. but out here we're bushcrafty. But yeah, I just use this for the chainsaw. Keep losing the scrunch, so I just decided to carry this in my bag always, because it's the best, and then I'll always know where it is. Also, very thin this way, see? Very slender in that direction. Ultra functional. Bahco. Don't know if they still make them. They probably do. Anything else good in here? This thing is empty. It says Barbados on it, but it's a waterproof thing. I figured. Oh no, I got some beeswax impregnated linen in there, which you put your cheese in, and after a while, you know, it gets a little nasty. So then I thought I'd use that, keep that in there for Ukrainian hemp twine. Should have a piece of paracord in there, but apparently I don't. Well, right, so now, by the fading light. Man, where's good light? Let's go on this rock here. Shout out to Ghost Blade Works. He asked me to show this knife, because he was advertising to me that there's a Bark River that's got a good price on it at the moment. I think it was a Bravo something in crew wear. And I told him, well, coincidentally, I just bought my first Bark River, and it was not inexpensive. So probably just gonna stick with this one for the moment. I hope that's coming through all right. You can see that she's been hard at work, and this blade is indefatigable and absolutely the best performing knife of this size that I have ever used. This will beat my Brisa Big Muck. I haven't tried them side to side, but I know it will. And this will beat, for the use to which I've been putting it, I'm certain it'll beat the Jimmy Slash, because the Jimmy Slash has a rubber handle and it's that much heavier, and you know, it's just more of a pure chopper, but this thing has a bit more agility. And you can't even slash with it, you know, if you flick, you can, you know, you can okay, I didn't make it all the way through because I'm on camera, but you know, I think it's called the Vengeant 1, something like that. I don't know, I was just trolling eBay looking at Bark River because I've been thinking for a while, you know, I see the pictures and I can tell that the grinds are good, right? Later you hear some people complaining about this and that, but I saw this one, you know, first production run, blah blah blah, for sale from a vendor. There's a different word for them that I'm not going to use, but yeah, so I figured, yeah, it's probably going to be good. Yeah, this is probably going to be one where they put their best people on it, and very content. Well, I can't demonstrate because I only have one hand, but this fuller, you can get your fingers in there if you're using two hands, like for a draw knife or whatever. It's actually fun. I mean, obviously it'll do good stuff for the weight and balance of the blade, but of the knife, well, arguably. For the weight, certainly. For the balance, don't see why not. The balance is good. So, one thing's very slender down here, in that area of the handle there. See? Just slightly wider than the tang there. But maybe the intention was to put a wrap down here. And I certainly think that that would be excellent. You know, better than having the handle full-sized. Have it with that slim there, and then put a nice twine wrap in there. Wax it. and that'll be lovely. Give you some pommel grip down there, and a bit of shock absorption when you're really slamming full length. Yeah, all right, thanks for watching, and let's just chop a tree, shall we, just quickly? I mean, you're not going to see it, are you? There's just no light. Here, I know. We'll do this. Bear with me. Okay. Now, this is a dead one. Dead ones are tougher. Okay. Dead ones are definitely tougher. I'm not swinging hard, I'm trying to control the camera. The first one I swung pretty hard. Huh, it moves. Pretty sure it moves. If I hit it right, it'll go. But I'm on camera, so I wouldn't bank on it. Oh, yeah. Easy. Let's check the edge. Yes, I have faith. There ain't gonna be no burr on that baby. Nothing.